You can see enough of me anyway. Here I am, a year older and no wiser whatsoever. One day I'm going to have a birthday where I wake up on the day and think, oh, that's it, I feel like a proper grown-up now. I feel like sensible and like I know how to do things, but it hasn't happened. Anyway, it's a strange one, this video, because it's been filmed over a few days because we've done bits and pieces here and there. So you'll notice my jumper changing. It's not that I've got a wardrobe at the back of the shed, it's just, and it's not your eyes, it's just a different day. But I just wanted to start off by showing you my pond. Look at it, I absolutely love it. It is already everything I wanted it to be and more. It's when you think all these plants have been dug up and either split from my garden or from things we already had here. The pots full of bulbs are ones that I had that was just bunging in. I don't know if you can see them, I'll show you. And I've got this lovely pond plant which I've just pulled in half from one at home, and I've thrown it in. I haven't done anything special with it. I don't know what it is. It gets lovely yellow flowers on, like buttercups. Is it a marsh marigold? Is it a caltha something? I don't know. Let me know if you know what that is. I'm really pleased with it. But I have got to point something out. You tell people who've got a pond, you tell people you're looking forward to getting frogs, and then you come down the next day and this little fella's here. This little fella's arrived. Yeah. Now, as yet, we don't know who the culprit is, but oh, he's got a slug on his bottom. I hope it's a slug. But he's very welcome, and we like him, and the lack of any other frogs make him seem even more important. If we could just train this thing to eat slugs, that'd be brilliant. So yeah, actually he's got a slug, he's got another slug under him. I think he's actually attracting slugs. You're doing the wrong thing. Okay, so we'll leave that slug there. I'll put him there for a minute to let the birds get that slug. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to show you some bits and pieces. I've put a shelf up in the greenhouse. I've been sowing some funky veg, and I'm basically today just going to be doing some pottering around, maybe planting some radish, and show you a few things that are going on. Okay, it's lovely and sunny, it's brilliant. I keep bending like this. I've got a fly in my eye. Oh, come on. I keep bending like this, I don't know why. Anyway, okay, see you in a minute. Here's that plant up close. It does look like a buttercup. It's just got loads of things coming on. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a spreader though, you can tell already. It's covered the pond, it's covered Bermuda Cove. Oh. Still, as long as Froggy's happy. Here's something I'm a bit concerned about. Came down a couple of days ago and my garlic was looking really good, and I know, like many of you, I'm really looking forward to a good crop this year. Didn't get such a good crop last year, and it's something that we eat a lot of, so it's really worth doing. But then I've noticed, let's see if I can get one near. I've come down and look. Can you see this tatty bit here? And these, oh, let's see if where's your hand, Jane? Am I in shadow here? There. These bits here are going yellow. Now, it seems to have affected all of them. If you can see, I don't know if you can see so well there, but they've all got these like rotten yellowy looking leaves, and I don't know if that's normal. I mean, if you look at this one here, let's see if I can get this one. The end of the leaf here isn't looking too good. That's not what a healthy leaf should look like, is it? Now, I have asked about this, and most people say it's overwatering, and it has been very wet. I know it's too early for anything like leek or garlic rust or anything like that, but I don't know, what do you think? Someone's just shouting hello there over the film. Hi Sid! That was Sid. So yeah, what do you think? Is that okay? Should I just leave it? It can't be lack of food, because I gave it a really good sprinkling of potash not too long ago. Let me know what you think. Is my crop ruined? Okay, one of the things that excuse me, always happens when you declare that you've got an interest or a hobby or something, is you always get the strangest presents, really strange presents. And this very morning, I know it's a Sunday morning, it's amazing, but this very morning I got these through the post off my dear daughter. I got, I don't know if you can see this, a bonsai trio kit, or a bonsai as my dad calls them, and a funky veg kit, which is great. Look at those carrots. Okay, and so I have opened one of them. I haven't opened the bonsai yet, but I just want to show you what you get inside. Funky veg kit, you get, I'll show you on the back. Here we go. You get a packet of, can you see? Yeah. A packet of purple carrots, a packet of yellow courgettes, a Tina in this case. Oh, there's the wind. A packet of tigerella, a packet of red Brussels sprouts, and a packet of bright light Swiss chard. Okay, so you get all those colours. And who said vegetables were boring? These are funky veg. Okay, so what you get, it's really nice actually. And I mean, it's brilliant if you've got kids or if you're just starting out or something. I think the way this is packaged and everything's really good. You've got your peat pots. Okay, there we go. You get all your seeds. Little seed packets. Don't know how many you get in each one. I wonder if it tells you. It doesn't tell you, but a few. You get some labels. You get your sowing and growing tips, but most importantly, and this is where I think it looks magic, you get the little discs that that's the compost discs. And what you have to do, here's something I prepared earlier, is you put them in some water to expand. Look at that. So if I open the bonsai one, because this will have the same thing in, try and do it with one hand. Oh, hold on, I think it's got, yeah, it's got little has it got the propagator? No, it hasn't got propagators in this one. You start off with these little discs that we've got in here, see? And you pop them in the water, and apparently they will expand to 7 times their original size. I'm fiddling with them now because I'm a fiddler. There's a snail. Oh, there was a snail. Okay, I think that was possibly already in the pot and hasn't been delivered this morning. Okay, so they are expanding, and I'm going to come back to you when they're done and I'll show you the rest of the sowing process for my funky veg. Okay, as if by magic. Here we go again. Let's have a look. I put all the compost in, foolishly actually, because I don't need it all. But right, what it says to do next, can you see? Yes, you can. It says, remove your bag of compost. It's like a tea bag, really. Squeeze out excess water. Ugh. Okay, let's put that back out of the way. Take off the bag, or the wrapping as it's called, and pop your compost. Again, you can imagine if you haven't got a garden or something, you could just do this indoors and put them on your kitchen windowsill. I'm not quite sure what you do after the seedlings have grown though, because then you need somewhere to plant them out. Well, you just plant them in a bigger container. Right, okay, break up the compost. Quite nice compost actually. Okay, break it up, tap, 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 and keep a little bit aside to put on the top. And this is the one I'm really excited about. Carrots Purple Haze. Oh, this sounds nice as well. Okay, let's see what we've got. I know they're going to be tiny seeds. Let's see what they are. Dun, dun, dun. This wasn't the weirdest present I got, by the way. When I say weird, I mean weird in a nice way. My brother sent me a big box of Epsom salts, which was fun. So yeah, as well as a book with lots of different ways to use your Epsom salts, which was good, as well as a book which was tells you 50 different ways to kill a slug. That wasn't on my birthday list, but there you go. Right, okay, let's see these seeds. I'm only going to need a few. Look, they're absolutely teeny. Can you see? Teeny tiny. There we go. 1, I mean, to be honest, I'm not expecting a huge crop to come from this sowing, but it's just to try it out. I just think it's such a good idea. I know it's a novelty, but it's really good. I like a bit of novelty. Cover up with a tiniest bit of soil. I think the thing is, you cover your seeds with the depth of soil that they, the depth of your seed, cover with the same depth of soil. That tends to be the general rule of thumb. And then, as ever, put on a label. Carrot purple haze, put on today's date. And that's my first one done. So I'm going to keep that damp, I would think. Let me just check. And then it says, blah, keep it moist, but be careful not to overwater. So I won't sit it in water, but I'll have to just keep checking it. I'll keep it in the greenhouse. And yeah, I'm going to do these now and speed them up. I'm not going to do the tigerella because I've actually got 14 tigerella plants. So I've popped those back in there and I'll use them a different year. But yeah, I'm going to do 2 sowings of the carrot purple haze. And yeah, we'll see what they look like when they're all done. Oh, I didn't squeeze the water out. There you go. Jane. My funky veg. Thanks, Charlotte. Hello. Where are you going? Okay. Hey, I've just noticed our first peas coming through in our pea forest. Can you see them? I'm getting the hang of the zoom here, look. Can you see them? Can you see them now? 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 You see them. Hey, look at that. Hooray! They've rooted before the bits of twig have. So hopefully we'll get peas before we get a whole forest of twigs self-rooted. But yeah, that's great, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's do it further along. Yep. Oh, looky. Oh, brilliant. And there's some weeds. We'll forget about them. Peas. Okay, we're in the greenhouse here. It's actually getting really windy outside. It's quite a cold wind actually. But in the greenhouse here, and we know April time is going to be when you are using your space in the greenhouse to the max. You are filling up every possible surface with pots of seedlings and cuttings and plants. Not quite ready to go out yet, but you need as much space as you can possibly get. So just have a little pan around here. I put on the UK Here We Grow Facebook page, what do people use for shelving in the greenhouse? And I know if you go and look on eBay and Amazon, you can get some really nice kits. But they're about £25 upwards, and being a thrifty lass, I thought there must be a different way of doing things. So I was really pleased when Al from Al's Allotment showed how he did his. He actually put a link on, he actually told me how he did it on the Facebook page and then showed the actual shelf itself on his video. So go and have a look at Al and his allotment, and he'll show you what his shelf looks like. Basically, you just have a couple of these brackets like this. This is all making it sound very simple. You saw what I did with the cloche. Some cable ties I'm going to use to tie the frame on, and some of these little square-headed bolts. These are the ones that fit in my greenhouse frame. Yours might look slightly different, but yeah, you just want something you can wedge into the frame. Okay, and all we're going to do is attach that to the greenhouse frame with the bolts. What can go wrong? Okay, so all I'm going to do is put the bolt in the frame like so. A little bit fiddly this bit. So I'm going to use my chin. Okay, and I'm going to hold that, and then it's always advisable to check the bolt fits through the thing first. we've just had to scratch some of the plastic off around the bolt holes because they were a little bit small. But yeah, and then you just put your nut on the end of the bolt and tighten it up, and hopefully, I'm not going to tighten that too much yet because I still want to put the one in the bottom. Hopefully, there's a lot of hopefullys here. It's the first time I've done it. Al made it look very easy. There we go. Okay, hopefully that should come through. Oh, it's not quite coming through. I need to wiggle it. I'm wiggling it. All caught up on my poor bunting. I think that'll survive. Okay, and then again. That's not quite fitting on nicely. There we are. Make sure you don't thread the bolt because you want it as firm as you possibly can do, which I'm not doing very well here. Try it the other way. Make sure it's through as far as it'll go. There we are. Da-da-da. Okay. There we are. That's perfect. That has gone in now really, really well. Really tight. That's as strong as it's going to get. And I'll come back to you when I've done the other one and show you what happens next. Okay. Look, these are now on quite, well, I'm saying quite sturdy. I'm obviously not going to swing off them. But yeah, as sturdy as they need to be. And all I'm going to do, I think Al just had a couple of planks of wood on. You can use anything that you want for shelves. I've got one of these racks off an old plastic greenhouse that we had. And I'm just going to put that on there. And because I haven't got cable ties, I'm going to use these tree ties. Okay, just to secure it. I mean, the beauty of this, what I really like about it anyway, is the fact that, hold on, let me just make that square. Is the fact that, you know, it costs a couple of quid really. You've probably got your what's it's in, your bolts in. You're paying for the brackets, which, I mean, to be honest, I know I've got a couple in the shed somewhere at home. So they're things you might just have in, and then you can make do with whatever sort of shelving you like I say, if you've got an old piece of wood, a couple of planks, bits of pallet, use what you can, and that saves you, okay, 25 quid might not seem a lot, but actually that'll buy a lot of seeds. Okay, so just put these in, like I say. Oh, fiddly. Of course, what you could do in the first place is just buy a slightly taller greenhouse from Wilko's for an extra couple of pounds. But again, the beauty of this is you can just take it down. You're not losing anything really. Right, last one, and then we'll test it. I'm not going to put anything too heavy on it for obvious reasons, but if I can just get a few seed trays up off the floor, I'll be a happy bunny. Okay. There we are. I know it's bowed in the middle, it's not going to fall over. I'm a bit bowed in the middle. I don't fall over, not very often. Rhubarb's looking really good. And it's about time started picking some of that actually to take home. It's that time of year. I know some of you have been picking it already, but I've got some nice thick red stems in there. Oh, my knee pads, I've forgotten them. Okay, it's just been glorious down here this afternoon, but before I go, I've been here for hours actually. I'm looking around, I haven't actually sown anything. So, here's my little herb bed. And for those of you who saw it last year, it was that much more than herbs. We had marigolds in here galore. And it was just beautiful, it was buzzing the whole time. So, let me just turn this around so I can check you can see what I'm doing. There we go. But obviously, season's just starting. Things are just starting to take off. I've actually just put in this English mace, or I put that in the other week. So that could be a marigold seedling, for all I know, don't know. Anyway, it's going. Garlic chives, never thought they'd come last year, but they've come back this year with a vengeance. But yeah, so we've got lots of ground to play with until we start actually planting the other flowers and things in the spaces in about, I would say in about another month. I mean, it's mid-April now, so mid-May really is when I want to start actually putting things out. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to put in some nice, easy to grow radish. And what better than your French breakfast? Now it says on here they're supposed to have been sown by October 2015, but you know what? I've got them in. They're radish. If they don't come, there's nothing lost. Basically, you know what to do. Lovely, lovely soil. There's your very, very, very small radish seeds. Okay, and all I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to draw a snail. Gotta be careful it doesn't look something else. Right, draw a little spiral in there, and I am going to sow these radish very thinly in a spiral. So when I come along and think that I've got a strange crop formation growing in our allotment, I'll look at this and remind myself it's just radishes. It's nothing to do with aliens or rampant hedgehogs. Do you remember all that, the crop circle thing? There were so many theories going on at the time, weren't there? I was fascinated. Right, okay, so I now have a spiral of French breakfast radish. It's maybe the odd one that's gone errant. To be honest, although I like radish, they're not one of my favourite salad things, but there's nothing quite like pulling them out of the ground yourself. I don't really buy them in the shops. I wouldn't bother buying them, but yeah, to pull them is lovely. So, cover them up, thin layer of soil. There we are. I don't know why I'm whispering. And here we have really badly a bad demonstration of how to water some seed, because I can't find the blooming hose, whatever you call it, the rose hose, the rose that goes on the end of the watering can. So basically, yeah, I think that's probably enough water. Oh, but one more thing, hold on. That I think the meadows. Fingers crossed. Well, it has been absolutely glorious today. It's been warm, sunny, dry, just glorious. I've actually got quite a few things done that I haven't filmed because I just did them. Whenever I start talking, a piece of machinery goes past. It's either a plane or a big lorry or a police car. I think they're trying to tell me something. I think it's the Ramble police telling me to shut up. Anyway, it's not working. Yeah, I've actually raked the beds, hoed the beds, got all the weeding done, just potted about, worked a bit in the greenhouse. I've sown the radish. I've had a good check round, and it's just been one of those days where I'll go home and think, what do I write in my little book? Because I keep my little diary with me and try and keep on top of what's going on. But yeah, the hours just go by, and that's what's lovely about being on the allotment. Saying that, I've got to go home and make the tea and do the washing and do all the things I should have been doing while I've been down here. But it's not wasting time. It's good. It's good stuff, and it's good for you. Okay, I think that's about it for today. The battery's not going to run out, so I've got to be careful not to waffle on. Oh, thank you to everyone for your suggestions as to what to put around the arch, around the gateway. I am going to go with sweet peas, and so we're going to have sweet peas growing up either side, which would be lovely. It's a lovely idea as well. I think someone said how nice it would be when people enter, you get the waft, the scent of them as you actually come in. That's if my sweet peas grow. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to leave you. I think we're going to have a mildish week, not much frost. What I've got to keep on top of is trying to remember to come down to the greenhouse every day, because things are at such a critical stage. Not just the things that are starting to germinate, but the young plants. The young plants have come down today, and my poor old broad beans that are left in the greenhouse. Oh, poor things. I think they've never seen a drop of water. So yeah, just keep an eye on the temperatures inside. It's a cold greenhouse, but it reached top temperature of 40 degrees, which was quite something. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm rambling on. Have a lovely rest of the week. It's a strange old midweek episode, this one, and it just shows that things are picking up. There's going to start being. That's a great sentence. There's starting to get. I can't say that sentence. Think about it, Jane. There is starting to be a lot of things to get done. Just rearrange those words in whatever order you wish, and you'll know what I mean, I hope. Okay, so I hope you've been enjoying the garden, or your window box, or a plant pot, wherever you are. And see you soon. Okay, bye.